In the recent episode of One Piece, we once again saw Luffy's Gear 5. And when we see it for the first time, Luffy has devil vibes. So that can only be asked if the original sun god is also the devil. If we answer this, it can be yes, because based on the silhouette of sun god Nika, it is possible that he has horns. And this horn is indeed often associated with devils. So what if the first inhabitants of the world of One Piece are in fact devils, just like other animes that also have devils? And if we notice how many times Oda shows that Luffy has a horn, we have seen that many times on the cover pages and even in the storyline. Could this be the foreshadowing that the sun god Nika really has horns? Wait a minute, who is the most famous devil we know? Is it Lucifer? And during Dressrosa arc, the epithet used by Luffy is Lucy. And this Lucy is short for Lucifer. In the Bible, in Isaiah 14 verse 12, Lucifer is also called the son of dawn. And this word dawn has been used several times related to Luffy. First, this is the island where he was born, in the Dawn Island as it is called. It is also said that Luffy will give light to the world, which is the meaning of dawn. Are you confused to this topic? Since if this sun god Nika is related to devils, does that mean he is bad? So if we analyze what is happening in the world of One Piece, the symbolism of the devils and the gods is the opposite. Example, Nico Robin was her epithet when she was young, is a devil child. We also saw her transform into a literal devil, but based on what we know about Robin, she is kind. And this is also Zoro, who transformed into Ashura, which is also related to devils, but he also kind. And these so-called gods like Enel are literally evil. Even these celestial dragons who think of themselves as gods are also evil. Meaning in the world of One Piece the opposite happens, gods are bad and devils are good. Let's go back to Lucy or Lucifer. We already know the story about him. He rebelled against God. So the cause of throwing him to the ground and labeling him worst enemy of God. What if this also happened to sun god Nika? He rebelled against the god they recognize and he was defeated. And the consequence was that he ended up in the world of humans and was the one who started the devil's fruits. So these devils are the first inhabitants of the world. Sun god Nika belongs there. And one of the recently revealed races is the Lunarians. And the last race of the Lunarians was this king during Wano arc. King also showed how strong, durability, and speed the Lunarians are. Because of King, the race of the Lunarians continued, which is the Seraphims. As you can see from their physical appearance, they are similar to King with wings, brown skin, and white hair. The basic knowledge that we know about the Seraphims is that they are clones of the original 7 warlords. They do have a lineage factor of their specific warlords and even a lineage factor of a Lunarians. Besides that, they also have abilities that come from devil fruits, and that's because of Dr. Vegapunk's infused green blood. And just like the Pacifistas, the commanding of them is also controlled. So what if revealed that Bonnie is the key to the highest ability to command the Seraphims? But Bonnie doesn't even know that yet, meaning the Gorosei still have control over them. Anyway, in chapter 1065 Edison mentioned that the Seraphims were young. Since just by their appearance, as you can see that they look really young even though they look big. So you can just think that if you emphasize their youth, meaning they can grow old. So the question here is, how will they grow old? I know that the first thing that comes to your mind is jewelry Bonnie. Since yes indeed, because Bonnie's devil fruit has the ability to alter the age of anyone. The question is whether Bonnie will do this, because for her these Seraphims are enemies. So it is also impossible for her to make them old. Unless Bonnie is captured by the Gorosei and forced to use her ability on the Seraphims. Rather than that, there is no other reason for Jewelry Bonnie to do this. I think the answer is in their system itself, or what Dr. Vegapunk did to them. If you still remember, during Whole Cake Island, Sanji and Vinsmoke Yonji tackled the topic about the age of cloning, specifically to the soldiers made by Vinsmoke Judge. Yonji mentioned that these clone soldiers of theirs only need 5 years to become 20 years old. Imagine the one who made those Germa soldiers is Vinsmoke Judge, considering that Vegapunk is smarter. So it means that the judge made soldiers and aged them to 20 years old in just 5 years. What else can Vegapunk do? Of course, he can surpass the works of judge soldiers. Because if you think about it, this is already happening, because it was recently announced regarding the Seraphims. And months go by and they look like 10 years old. Meaning that only a few months will pass and in less than a year the Seraphim will be adult version. This is exactly right for the final war. And there is talk now that the next arc will be the Elbaf arc, and if they will go through the Laugh Tale. It is certain that the next time we see the Seraphim, they will no longer be children, but they will be adults who are stronger. And this is where the government proved that they were right to remove the 7 warlords of the sea and replace them with monstrous Seraphims. If it hasn't sunk in for you how powerful these adult Seraphims are, just think that Mihawk or Boankok have a fusion with King, meaning they are stronger and never get tired, that they will be able to fight Straw Hats in the future. So that's our topic regarding devils and God, so if you liked this video in any way, please like it. Thanks for watching.